Hello everyone, I'm MVL and welcome to my video game pickups for July 2020. As per usual, gameplay footage included for every game on this list. And first up we have Total Carnage for the Super Nintendo. This is a top-down shooter. Captain Carnage and Major Mayhem lead your force. Alright, actually they are your force. That's right, 2 men against an entire army. If you need better odds than that, this isn't your game. Here's your mission. With your 1 or 2 man ground force, you must stop a mad dictator bent on destroying the world. Rescue civilians, eliminate key targets, and destroy General Arcboo's bionuclear generators, which he's using to create an endless mutant army. On your side, an awesome arsenal of the 21st century's most destructive weaponry, and your ability to engage in optional 2-player simultaneous combat. On their side, 20 battle zones full of the nastiest mutated enemies and the baddest bosses you'll ever want to see. Alright, Dogmeat, you're in charge of the Doomsday Squad in Total Carnage on the Super Nintendo. Next up we have Alleyway on the Game Boy. This is a breakout clone, where interestingly Western versions of this game had the protagonist character replaced by Mario. Your spaceship is at the gate of the alleyway. Use your vessel to repel the energy ball and atomize space grids with your return shots. If you can destroy the entire field, you can move on to even more challenging targets. As you command in the alleyway. It's interstellar ping pong with a deadly energy ball in Alleyway on the Game Boy. Next up we have London Taxi Driver Rush Hour on the PlayStation 2. This is a crazy taxi clone. Drive down busy streets, cause havoc on footpaths, tear through the underground and cut across parks in a race to deliver passengers on time. This game features a full map of London with all the famous landmarks where you can use whatever route you can possibly find to get to your destination, and choose from 4 different cabbies, each with their own official Austin FX4 London taxi. It's London, it's rush hour, and you're on a mission in London Taxi Rush Hour on the PlayStation 2. And next up we have Shogun's Blade on the PlayStation 2. This is a hack and slash game, which I could easily call a Dynasty Warriors clone. Relive the historic battle of Sekigahara and lead young warriors Miyamoto Musashi and Sasaki Kojiro in a raging battle for the fate of the country. This game features countless opponents and lets you confront waves of enemy troops in the enormity of Sekigahara. There are numerous items at your disposal, allowing you to overthrow the enemy with the aid of dual power, where you can lock onto your enemy and knock down vast quantities of enemies with lethal lightning. Change the course of history in Shogun's Blade on the PlayStation 2. Next up we have Kao Challengers on the PSP. This is an action-adventure game. Kao Challengers is a great combination of action and platforming, featuring a great single-player game alongside a multiplayer experience which makes spectacular use of the PSP system. Kao Challengers is visually brilliant and technically advanced. This game lets you experience a multitude of quests as Kao travels through more than 25 beautifully detailed levels, spread across 6 uniquely themed worlds, where you can control amazing vehicles including a snowboard, a catapult, a pelican, a water barrel and a motorboat, and overcome 30 challenging enemies by mastering 7 fighting techniques, from boomerang throwing to devastating tail attacks. Grab your boxing gloves and get ready for action in Kao Challengers on the PSP. And next up we have Midway Arcade Treasures Extended Play on the PSP. This is a collection of Midway arcade games. Now you can play Midway's arcade classic games anywhere, anytime. Enjoy the coin-op masterpieces of the past like Mortal Kombat, Gauntlet, which is the gameplay you are seeing right now, and Xenophobe with multiplayer support. The old school arcade favourites include single-player Spy Hunter, Sinistar, Defender, Paperboy, and 720, and multiplayer Clax, Joust, Marble Madness, Tubin, Rampage, Gauntlet, Rampart, Wizard of War, Zybots, Championship Sprint, Arch Rivals, Cyberball 2072, Xenophobe, Mortal Kombat 2, and Mortal Kombat 3. There's tons of portable arcade fun for any gaming fan in the Midway Arcade Classics Extended Play on the PSP. Next up we have Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City on the Xbox 360. This is a third-person shooter survival horror game. Raccoon City has fallen. You are part of Umbrella's elite cleanup squad sent in to purge all evidence of their involvement. All survivors must be eliminated. This game is set around the time of Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 and features characters from both games, although the events of this game are non-canon. You have many playable characters at your command and fight against classic enemies such as zombies, lickers, hunters, and Cerberuses, as well as terrifying new enemies and armed enemy mercenaries as well. This game also features extra missions available as DLC. All roads lead to hell in Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City on the Xbox 360. Next up we have Resident Evil, The Umbrella Chronicles on the Wii. This is a rail shooter. Swarms of undead creatures and mutated terrors rule the streets, so gather your firepower and prepare to face horror and uncover the dark truth that could take the Umbrella Corporation down forever. This game boasts unique gameplay choices using the Wii Remote, including alternate paths and shooting action. It includes storylines and characters from Resident Evil 0, 1 and 3, as well as a vast array of customizable weapons at your disposal. You have to make the right choices to stay alive, and you can fight alone or with a friend in co-op mode. And you must succeed or there is no future in Resident Evil The Umbrella Chronicles on the Wii.
I went to the mansion where Bravo Team was to rendezvous. When I arrived, I found that none of the others were there, and the mansion was unsettlingly quiet. I was exhausted from the events of the previous day, and before I knew it, I had drifted into a nightmare.
Next up we have Resident Evil 3 on the PlayStation 4. This is a survival horror game, and is a remake of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Jill Valentine is one of the last remaining people in Raccoon City to witness the atrocities Umbrella performed. To stop her, Umbrella unleashes their secret weapon, Nemesis. Supplementing the main game, the disc also includes Resident Evil Resistance, which is a new 1 vs 4 online multiplayer game where 4 survivors face off against a sinister mastermind who can create traps, monsters and other hazards to overcome. That's Resident Evil 3 on the PlayStation 4.
Hey, Captain. This fine young lady could use our help.
Carlos, you didn't even think to ask fine young lady her name? She is an elite operative of RPD, Special Tactics and Rescue Service. Her name is something Valentine.
It's Jill.
Nice to meet you, Jill.
And finally we have Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna, the Golden Country on the Nintendo Switch. This is an action role-playing game. In a world ravaged by war, the Aegis Marlos sets his sight on the kingdom of Torna. What will the blade swordsman Jin and his driver partner Laura have to sacrifice in their fight to save the world they hold dear? Find out in this all-new story set 500 years before the events of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This game features a brand new Titan to discover stunning vistas and mighty foes as you travel across the Tornan Titan's back. And it also has a refined combat system where you can fight in teams of 2 blades and a driver and switch between. This physical edition also included DLC codes for extra content for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, including helpful items, quests, rare blades, and the challenge battle mode. An all-new prequel story awaits in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna, the Golden Country on the Nintendo Switch. And that's it. Those are all of my video game pickups for July 2020. If you liked the video, please leave a like or comment to let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. And if you'd like to, you can also support me through Patreon or YouTube channel membership. Thank you for watching. I've been MVL, and I will catch you next time.